Microsoft's deal to buy Activision Blizzard overcoming a major hurdle after a federal judge yesterday rejected the FTC's efforts to block it. Let's get straight to Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick sitting down with Julia Boorstin in Sun Valley for a first on CNBC exclusive. Julia.
Thanks so much, Mike. That's right. We're so grateful to have Bobby Kotick here. Not only do we have the deadline for that Microsoft deal coming up next week, but we just got this ruling from the judge yesterday. A big move to clear the way for this deal to close. What's your response to the judge's ruling yesterday?
I think Judge Corley was very sensible. She was very deliberate, clearly understood the details of the case, the law, and made a judgment based on facts and law and wasn't swayed by ideology.
So this deal is still far from done, though. That was a big hurdle cleared, but this deal is far from done. The FTC could still appeal before the deadline of Friday night at midnight. This appeal could come through any time before then. They could request a stay on the deal. What happens if the FTC does that?
Well, I'd be surprised if they would waste taxpayer resources on something like that. The opinion was a very well-written opinion. Like I said, she's a very deliberate judge. I can't imagine the Ninth Circuit would grant the stay. You never know, but I would think that would be highly unlikely, and it just wouldn't be productive.
Well, we're hearing they are leaning towards an appeal, though it's certainly not a done deal. Do you have any thoughts on how that might impact this process?
Like I said, I can't imagine the Ninth Circuit would grant the stay.
So that's not your only hurdle, though. You're still working with the regulators in the UK. There was some discussion back and forth between Microsoft and the CMA, the UK regulators, saying they're considering finding some sort of compromise. What do you think would be a practical compromise to assuage those UK regulators' concerns? Are there certain divestitures or certain compromises or actions that Microsoft could take that could get this deal through in the UK?
Look, there's enormous competition. Xbox is the third place competitor in the console gaming business. Nintendo and Sony have had dominance in the business for almost as long as I've been in the business. In the cloud, there's nothing but competition, whether it's Tencent or Alibaba or Google or Amazon or Apple or Netflix or Oracle. There's so many different competitors. So there don't really need to be, there's nothing that we really need to be doing that's going to encourage more competition. This transaction gives an opportunity for us and Microsoft together to actually be able to compete against these entrenched competitors.
Microsoft's Satya Nadella is here as well. What is your sense of what Microsoft's going to have to do in order to get this through in the UK? Do you think they're going to have to divest some of their businesses or agree to operate things differently in the UK?
No, I think these conversations are ongoing, but we came to a great agreement with the EU that was sensible and responsible, and I think was well thought through, and so we've already come up with remedies that make a lot of sense and that work well in the EU. We have unconditional approval from China, unconditional approval from Japan, both places where you have the most successful competitors in video gaming.
While we wait to hear what Microsoft ends up proposing with the CMA, I want to make sure to get your sense of what's going on with the business. I know a lot of your attention has been spent on getting this deal done, but there's also this question of economic uncertainty and how that could be impacting the video game business, either casual gaming or console gaming. What are you seeing from consumers right now?
There's always this belief that in a recession or difficult economic times, video games as an industry does better. I think there's not necessarily supportable data to that effect. I think what you've seen are console releases happen to have come at the same time as recessions. New games have come out, but business is good, and we just launched Diablo 4, which is the most successful launch we've had of a Blizzard title ever. Our Candy Crush is at record numbers. Call of Duty continues to be a great a franchise that's evolving into not just what it historically has been, but now it offers free-to-play. And mobile gaming has been transformative in our industry. We're seeing more people in more places than ever before having access to video games. So when I look out over the next 10 years, I think that there's going to be nothing but opportunity in video games.